Hello everyone, it is me, Just a Coffee Bean, and today I'm going to try to figure out how to do a live stream properly without it messing up like it usually has done. So, you know how it is. How's it going now? Understandably, how's it going? I don't even know what it sounds like because I'm basically being careful. I'm going to try to figure out how to do a live stream properly without it messing up like it usually has done. So, but anyways, hi, how are you all? I just tested my screen and it looks pretty fine, more or less. I'm going to mute my screen so I don't hear echoes or anything, but yeah. If I sound too quiet, please tell me. I'll get on to it. Just gonna do a little bit of chilling, playing a bit Guild Wars, just as you do, and then maybe later we'll play some other games, depending on how I feel, because I've got a little bit of a headache, so got a bit of a headache. It's not big much of a headache, it's just a little headache. But I got a headache. I feel a little kind of drained kind of thing. So I'm not 100% sure, but I should feel better. And I said I was going to do a stream this weekend. So I'm going to do it, even if I feel like shit.
Release complete.
Anyways, let's go open some of these boxes. And let's go do some stuff. Ooh, did I get anything that I could...
I was manufactured to the highest standards.
I need to understand what? That's another reason why I don't put the sounds on. God damn it. Right. There we go. This is my little boat thing, but I'm going to show you this first before I leave.
Heat level stabilized.
Takes a bit.
Greetings. Thermal release complete.
Just trying to figure out how to go. Go here.
Village just bolted out across the lake.
I think Garm can take care of himself.
Maybe. I'm going after him.
Bram, do not go out onto the lake. That's an order.
I'll let you know what I find.
Damn it!
Sometimes I wish Bram would shut up. Okay, where was it I was gonna go? Let's go to here. Could be wrong, but... I got a couple of things I can get. I thought was in this direction. Okay, let me turn that down. Alright, I don't know what's going on. It's just my microphone's being odd. And then I got... Is it this way? I don't know. No, it's that way. Had it right the first time. Something's not right. Ah! I'll be right back. Okay. Just some headphone interference. Nothing big. Just when I get this headphone interference, I'm concerned. Just plugging stuff in. Hang on. Ah! Ow! Okay, got it. You're all hearing me being in pain. Yeah. Not quite sure about that.
You must prove your strength to Ox by becoming
I
the
don't want to
Ox.
be with the ox.
I can transform you for a short time.
I
Use
hate
it to
the
move
ox.
those offerings.
Keep on getting this interference. I'm gonna have to do something. Okay, this is very annoying.
What a pleasant surprise.
Like I said, I don't know what's going on with it.
What a pleasant surprise. All heat expelled.
I don't have a normal setup because my headphones are kind of like, I don't have cheapest ones I could get was non-wireless, so they're kind of connected a certain way to another device, and that device is vibrating because the plane's not working out. the way it
Thermal
should be.
release complete.
You know, don't think about it. Is I'm always finding it hard to do things. Hang on, I will put. I don't know if anyone's watching, but I will be right back. Hang on, I will put. I don't know if anyone's watching, but I will be right back. Okay. I think we fixed it. You just find ways to make money in this game, honestly. Ow.
How can I help you?
I chose you.
Begin destruction protocol.
Last time I checked, that is not how you spell that name. It's spelt Siobhan, but that's not the right spelling. It's Siobhan, not Siovhan. It's B, not V. I think the game really messed up. I was not expecting that. I think there's another one too that they spelt wrong. I think there's another character in the game named Gareth, and they spelt that name wrong too. Don't ask me about my history lesson. I know. Look, I got a history. I have a strange thing. I kind of learned a lot about names at one point, and the two names I just said, are Irish names, or Celtic names, and a lot of people have a hard time spelling that name. The first one I said, which was Siobhan. Gareth is a rare name, and I've only met a few people with that name. But I know it's spelled differently. Hang on, let me see if I can find this one. Alright. I think he's over here somewhere. Not loans. Yikes. Oh my gosh. Wayfair Footholds. I think the said Gareth is here. Play video game, you come up with two names you bloody know well about. And let's just go find it. Oh, onions. I need onions. Okay. The onions led me to the right direction. Alright, let's go. So there's a character here.
I can't start up this
Oh,
smoke.
wait, it's actually
Watch
spelled
these
right.
kids at the same time.
So,
Dad, he won't let me pour honey in his hair.
And my wife off on another adventure. Bear only knows when she'll be back.
Dad, do you see where I left my pants?
And all that meat out there, begging to
what's
be
these
cured.
kids' names?
Wife gone, kids need watching, and I need to hunt. How's this going to work? Wife
I'm not
gone,
supposed
kids
to talk
need
to
watching, and I need to hunt. How's this going to work?
So yeah, it's actually spelt right. Garethh. Okay. I don't know. I thought it was spelt wrong. I had to go check though, just to make sure. But no, that's how those two names are spelt. If you want to know more, I literally one time read a book about names. So that tells it. And I know I came across two rare names. And also in the game, I think there's another. Let me check. They call. And also, I'm not. I hope I'm wrong. Gladriel is actually the elf named
He's
Siobhan.
not to be feared.
I don't know.
But
I was just.
embraced, he takes
You
care
know, I thought
of
it was
his
a
own.
I felt like writing a book and putting that person's name in it. Because it's a nice name. Siobhan. It's a lovely name. Nobody would ever use it as a kid's name today. I mean, you know, you write a book, that'd be a really good idea. Use a name that not many people use. There's another name that a lot of people don't use. And yeah. But there's also a name that people use. And the funny thing about that name is that I've met a lot of people with this other name, and the other name is Shirley. I keep on meeting the people with the name Shirley all the time, and I've always come to find out something that sometimes that name is not rare, but they always sometimes not all the time, but sometimes they come with a rare name, which is Siobhan. So the Shirley that I met had someone, well, Siobhan that I met had a mother named Shirley, and my husband's dad dated a woman named Shirley. Like I said, that's not an odd name. It's a name. I'm getting fed up with the sticky noises. I wish there was another way. There isn't. Maybe I put it that way. I don't know. There's just a lot of rare names that I keep coming across.
Temperature normalized.
Look at me blabbering on again.
Cost.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Heat level 0.
Getting healthy.
My back's itchy. Oh. Yep, that's true. I mean, lately I've been trying to avoid the news at all costs because the news has just been completely and totally boring. And I don't like to bring anything into this, but it's just been very boring. And I just want to not deal with the news anymore. It's just simple, ignore it. Ignore the news. Unless you just need to check some like local news or weather or something, just that type of stuff. But if you really, really want to, you just pick up a book and start reading. And, you'll find out more enjoyment on reading a book about history than reading a book on about a book that supposedly is history, but it's not history because it's made up history, the other book that I'm talking about. But pick up a book that has actual history from actual, like, information. Or just pick up a novel just to kind of, chill. I mean, honestly, with the way that the world is going, we're going to go back to books. Like, the concept is that we were all in technology for quite a while. Since the end of the 90s. It's all been technology, technology, technology. So, because it's all been technology, sometimes things need to be in balance. If we're not willing to do something about something, then other things are going to happen and we're going to end up
Thermal release complete.
with other situations happening. Like, for example, the way the world's going, which if you've been living under a rock, which I don't, that's not another word, but if you've been living under a certain type of rock, you would understand that you wouldn't understand what's going on. You'd think, oh, this is just something that'll be over in a couple of weeks. If it was over in a couple of weeks, then it would have been over by now. People would have, it would have been just over. Everything would have worked out well, Everything would have been great. Congratulations. But it's not that way, is it? Try not to bring much politics into this. But I just want to say, the world is a good
Heat level
place.
0.
And people need to start working on a better world. And I'm going to put this out there, and you guys can disagree with me as much as you want. Climate change is real. Yeah, I know. That's kind of an annoying thing to say. But it's true, though. It's real. And, you know, we need to start figuring out what we're going to do. And probably can't get rid of all of it, so we're probably going to have to get rid of certain things. Because of how stubborn people are right now. You want the world to thrive. Start cutting things down. I don't really have more to say. Maybe I'll come back on later and do another stream. That might be a lot more better, but I don't know, I might get some rest. Maybe. Maybe watch a movie. Oh, sometimes I feel like this is a waste. Okay, bye-bye. It's been wonderful streaming with nobody watching.